first corner. Up behind him, that's Tohill who's made it through, all the way around the outside. Doran's way off the track. I think he's managed to get back on. Oh, it's a massive crash. It's a massive crash. That's Heikkinen is in the wall. Doran has hit him as well. Doran's car is brand damaged at the front. Oh, Tohill, the rear end is off Tohill's car. Heikkinen's getting out. That's 100% going to be a red flag. Red flag, red lights are on. Heikkinen's out the car. They're going to wait for the final lap, they are. So Timmy and Ken will go together. Scheider potentially a little bit wide. Scheider goes Joker. This is it then. Maybe this is going to be the last spot in the semi-finals. Timizyanov and Markland on the standard lap. Markland coming around. He's got more speed than Scheider. He's got him already. So Scheider's been picked off by Markland. Markland now waiting for Timizyanov to go. The gap is just 2.2 between them. Great tactics from RallyX to send Anton early and the clear air down. He's really, wasn't he? In fact, he's almost up with Ekstrom as they run down towards Devil's Elbow. Sebastian Loeb's going to have a look up the inside of the world champion. Loeb in the Peugeot is going to try and outbreak him. Ekstrom puts a wheel on the grass on the inside. Ekstrom's going to run wide in Devil's Elbow. Loeb passes him. Loeb's up the inside now. Ekstrom's going to get more grip as they run up towards the hairpin. Ekstrom on the outside. Loeb goes defensive. Loeb has done a lovely job there. Ekstrom, you can see from the competition, it's Hansen from Ginet and Kristoffersen. The dustman, you couldn't see it on the pictures. But my goodness me, the last lap has been fireworks. Nitish is all over the back of Kristoffersen. He's desperate to make it up into P3. In the background, Hansen's going to go through. Despite that noise all the way through, Hansen goes through to take the win in semi-finals in which Ginet second. Kristoffersen.
Ekstrom leading from backward. Who's joking? Only Solberg in the background. Look how far back Hansen is. So Hansen, I'm pretty sure, will be out of this. So 3 of these 4 should go through. At the minute, you have to say it's Nitish that's looking the most likely not to make it. Although this is a great showing from Rainis, a Latvian driver on his last outing with the Munich Motorsport team. He's on a bit of a flyer here and doesn't look to be holding Solberg up too badly, but then the gap is increasing a little bit.
I was just about to say, backward looks the danger man here. He's coming on to Ekstrom.
He even started away from the line. Steckel Ralphson seems to have got a better start than Markland. Markland has been pushed back, but he goes in behind Holton. He's going to make it down to turn 2, and it goes, oh, Morrow! Markland into the barrier, clips the wheels of Holton on the inside, fires it off into the barrier. Thought it was going to go over. Holton is in the lead in the Beetle. Markland is in the gravel trap down at the side. Gets a lot of wheel spin. He drops back. Timizyanov's going to slot in front of him. Oh, tried to shut the door there. Solberg tried to come across, and Solberg's lost out at the start again. Oh, backward right up the side of Petter Solberg. Massive problems here for Solberg there.
7th world title.
Hansen
wary
will
of
know.
it.
Hansen will know. He goes to the outside.
He knew it was coming. Great spotting from the team as well. Kenneth Hansen would have been on the radio saying you need to cover him in the braking. Timmy, of course, will know that as well. They're side by side. Johan's going to go for the undercut. He's going to get it done. The champion-elect makes a move for the race lead in this final heat race of round 9 here in Turkey.
The gap up, Gronholm's surely going to go Joker now. Abbring up the inside. Timizyanov gets 2 sideways. Kevin Abbring's done him through the jump. Kevin Abbring to P2. Back up underneath Timmer again. Timizyanov runs wide. Abbring passes him at the exact same spot. Coming on, nudge in the side, gets a push from Markland, runs wide. Abbring up the inside of Gronholm.
Look at that. Obviously, the first thing to note, Nicholas Gronholm not getting off the line, but it was a great start for Ossi Vaby.
It was, and that was Kristoffersen talking about the grip. Where he kicked the clutch was the car obviously just bogged a bit off the line, by that meaning the revs weren't high enough, or the boost wasn't high enough from the turbocharger, and it just didn't have enough to overcome that with a wheel spin. This is what we didn't see while we were riding on board with Gronholm. OC getting out of shape with that puncture, and then
Good start again from Ikkinen and Liimatainen, but Belevsky goes with him, and it's Belevsky who's got the inside. He'll lead coming out turn 1 from Ikkinen. Oh!
Belevsky in the wall on the
Belevsky
outside.
in the wall, and he's pushed in there by Liimatainen. He's battered. Now that is massive for the championship. Liimatainen in the red Hyundai. At this point, it was all looking fine. Belevsky's had an accident all by himself.
With him, and so does Sabo. Sabo's gone Joker. Sabo goes Joker. Watch now for the merge behind. Trying to cover off Markland, but Markland's mega quick. Straight past him. Liam's going to try and get round as well. Don't think he's going to be able to do it, is he? Liam looking for a result here. Coming up the outside. He's going to make the cut back on Sabo, but Sabo's wise to it. Very clever.
Yeah, Sabo there just holding the car back, not getting on the throttle too early so that Liam couldn't get the switch back on it. But I've just been looking at the timing screens. Markland has set the fastest lap of the race. So
Solberg into the joker lap then. He takes his second joker lap. The penalty for the jump start. Oh, he's run a little bit wide. I don't think it's going to matter. He's not going to go through in first. He might even make it through in second at this rate. PG Anderson's going to take it. Solberg goes through in second with 2 joker laps. He pipped Ekstrom. Incredible, incredible. performance from the world champion. That is why he's a world champion. That's why he's a double discipline world champion. Not quite behind him. Backwards going to have to slot in, and Solberg's up the inside of him. Christophson away. Solberg's going to try and pass backward out on the outside. Contact between Loeb and Block gets pushed wide. Nikic has been left a long way back. He's in drag race down the straight. Backward into the side of Solberg, but Solberg's having none of it. On the brakes, over the curbs and up the inside. Sebastian Loeb's going to move up into P2. Backward drops down to fourth, and Solberg is up in the third place. Backward wins the Supercharger Award. That's for the fastest reaction times, and straight into the joke lap goes Johan Christophersen. Matthias Ekstrom sticks to the standard lap. Super sideways, and it's Solberg and Hansen. Hansen up the inside. Solberg pushes into him. Timmy's going to try and make the pass. Solberg's out on the tyre barrier. Solberg goes time backward into the side of Solberg, and there's nothing he could have done to avoid that this time. That was so backwards in the...
Moving across towards him. Loeb shutting the door.
Yeah, Loeb got a fantastic start again into the Peugeot, but they're all trying to fight to get to the inside. And what happens, obviously, at this point, Ekstrom's just trying to edge across, and Jerome has nowhere to go. He just climbs the barrier, hits the tyre wall, and it rolls it on its roof.
So he's on his side right there. Green light really in the stride. Inside the car backward too. This could be trouble up in turn one. Solberg throws it in around the outside. Brilliant drive by Solberg. Super sideways, so he's not going to have the pace. Ekstrom's going to try and go on the outside. Hansen up the inside, the same place he did yesterday. Four cars into each other. Backward goes up the inside of Hansen. Backward comes out in the lead. Ekstrom's dropped back Solberg. P1 to P5 in 2 corners.
How did Beckerud manage to go through these 4 cars, go from the back of the grid to the...
And OC Baby barely gets it off the line at all. Nicholas Gronholm flies down into turn 1. O'Donovan in second. Johan Christophersen in third. Christophersen just looking for the grip in the wet and keeping the pressure on. He cuts to the outside. He's going to try and get up the inside. Gronholm parks that CE dealer car on the apex. Not today, sir, he says. Again, Christophersen just putting the pressure on Gronholm, and this is all playing into the hands of OC Baby behind.
There was no air under there, staying well away from the curbs. It's Timmy Hansen now. He can afford to cruise to semi-final 2 victory, and if he can do that, I don't want to jinx it, but if he can do that, it'll be a front row for the Hansens. Meanwhile, Rene Munich pushing on the final corner left to run with everybody else not even halfway round the rest of the circuit. He's confirmed.
Johan Christophersen takes the lead here. I told you this would be a banger. It absolutely is, but we're not done yet. Nicholas Gronholm will not give this one away for free. Johan Christophersen takes the lead. Chris Gronholm all over the back of him. It's just the final 2 chicanes to negotiate. There's not an overtake.
So saying 4.1, we're saying 4.6 at the minute. It's going the way of Timmy Hansen. Andreas has got to go absolutely all in if he wants to take the win here in the UK. Is he going to go Joker, or does he stay out? He goes Joker. He's gone now, so backward's gone now. They don't think they can match the pace of Hansen. He's tidy on the inside. Timmy coming round the outside. Going to be a drag race down the turn 1. This will be really close. Backward trying to come out, but he can't. Timmy Hansen's got him on the run down to turn 1. Hansen will go defensive. Doran's gone through Solberg. Solberg's got the inside of Christophersen. Christophersen now's desperate to hold on to third. Side by side, Block might make it through to the final. So Block goes through 3 monstrosity drivers, but Christophersen tries to outbreak him on 3 wheels. He's had a look up the inside. What a semi. 1 corner to go. Liam Doran takes semi-final number 2, followed by the world champion Solberg. And Ken Blonov is going to go through in 3rd place at the minute. It will be Timos Yarnov, who we think rolled the car earlier on. I didn't see at the time. We've got so much going on up here. PG leads. Let's get them over the line. Yes. Danielson going through in 2nd place. We've got 1 lap to go. There he is. There's Timos Yarnov. That is Timos Yarnov in 3rd place. Can they even get that car repaired and get it through to the final?
Well, he just had to get it across the finish line first. You know, that's the most important thing, that he does qualify. PG's obviously got this going comfortably. Last corner up the hill.
It's really hard to drive the car in these conditions.
Timmy Hansen backs it in up the outside, inside of Baumanis. That was a fantastic piece of car control on the way up into the hairpin. Fantastic car control best there, backward, goodness me.
And he's still got to Joker. Will that wheel really give him a problem in the Joker lap? It's a tight turn, he's going to need that handbrake more than ever. Oh, he clips the barrier
he's in the
twice! Front and rear damage now, just as